Hi guys, it's Stacy from Underdog Wellness. I wanted to do a smoothie recipe for you. A long time ago I had done a banana hack for smoothies for you, and there will be a smoothie that I'm making that has bananas in it. It's just not what I'm making today. So stay tuned for that one. This one's called chocolate covered strawberry. And sometimes we hear smoothies and we think, oh, gross, it's not going to taste good. These taste really, really good. However, they're also not full of vegetables, although they could be. But this one just happens to be a really delectable, yummy, a little bit chocolatey smoothie, and it's really, really good. You can leave things out if you don't want to add the chocolate syrup, which is homemade, by the way, and I will be sharing that recipe with you as well. But this is just a really fun, yummy way to get your morning started, but it's got some protein powder in it. It's got the antioxidants of cocoa powder. Mine went blank there for a second. It's got strawberries. You can put spinach in it. This one isn't going to have any because I don't have any spinach in the house right now. I have arugula, and as we all know, the bitterness of arugula, maybe you don't know, I've tried it before, not good in a smoothie. Don't recommend it. So anyway, this is going to be pretty straightforward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt the camera down so you can see what I've got going on here, hopefully. Hopefully you can see. All right, so I'll try to keep everything in view for you. All right, so I got my blender right here. It's actually a Ninja, and it's got the little separate cup with the attachable bottom. And we'll go from there. Okay, so I usually always start with the dry ingredients. So I start with my cocoa powder, and I do a tablespoon. And I'll try to put all of these down in the bottom for you so that you can read the recipe like a normal recipe. I do let it poof out over, so it's not a flat measured like a baking tablespoon, okay? It does poof up a little bit. It's almost a tablespoon and a half if you really want to get technical about that. I love that taste of cocoa powder. You know, not a lot of ingredients to that. It's got lots of antioxidants, and I'm a chocolate person. If you're not a chocolate person, it may not be your deal. Whey protein for your protein, so nice protein powder. Try to buy the best one you can afford. They do have still a bit of ingredients. You see that? But if you buy like the muscle milk, the really kind of cheaper one, the ingredients list is like this long as opposed to this long. So you really want to try to buy the best one you can afford that doesn't have a bunch of filler and garbage and crap in it. But it's processed. It is protein powder. It is processed. You know, you can't get away from that. So it depends on, you know, what you're after. I try to go as least processed as possible, but sometimes you can't avoid it, and I want the protein. Otherwise, I'd be eating eggs and bacon and, you know, going that route. I'm not your girl if you are a vegan. All right. Coconut oil. So I bought, this is the store brand of my local grocery store, but it's organic virgin coconut oil, USDA organic, not too bad expensive wise. And I use just a regular spoon, and I'll put in usually 2. I like the taste of coconut. I'm a coconut girl. If it's not your deal, you're really not going to taste the flavor in it. I also use this for baking instead of the oil that you use whenever you're baking, the canola oil or something like that. I use coconut oil, and it's got a sweetness to it that I find works really well for me. You can use coconut oil for tons of stuff, dry elbows, cuticles. You can use it in your hair. It's good for, you know, female dryness, you know. Not that we want to talk about sex right now, but it can be used for that. And it's also supposed to be known for losing weight. You can also cook food in it. It's supposed to be really good for higher temperature foods. So whenever if I'm not using olive oil to cook in, I use coconut oil. So you can kind of go that route as well. Okay. Coconut milk. You can put in any milk that you want. I like to shake it up. If you're lactose intolerant, you don't do dairy. I know a lot of friends who do almond milk. So I like coconut. There's cashew. There's all sorts of different milks that you can use, so you can go that particular route. Frozen berries. I always go frozen. You can do fresh, but then you usually end up, if you want a cold smoothie, you usually end up having to, a couple of them escaped, having to add ice to your smoothie. And I hate that because then you kind of end up with a watered down smoothie, and that's just not my my deal, or it waters down. So it's either not cold or it gets watered down. Smoothies are really great when you're kind of a mom on the go and you can kind of bring your breakfast around the house with you as you're doing chores and getting your kids ready for school. Or maybe you commute, great way to bring your breakfast. You can put in everything that you want. You can, like I said, you can put spinach in here. You will not taste the spinach with all these other ingredients, but it's a great way to sneak that in. It's easily digestible because you're drinking it, so that's the way to go too, especially if when you're, you know, if you tend to have digestive issues in the morning because you scarf something down too fast or you don't have time for breakfast, a smoothie is a really great way to go. I don't know if you saw that, but that popped open on its own. That was really kind of cool. This is my homemade chocolate syrup. I'm going to give it a little, instead of a stir, give it a little shake. My favorite drink in the entire world is chocolate milk. And as I've gotten healthier with my eating, yum, over the years, I just can't do Hershey's chocolate syrup anymore. I never did Quick, I always did the Hershey's. No beef with Hershey's, the company, but I can't do the high fructose corn syrup. Like I physically just look at it and go, oh, I'm putting this in my body, and I drink chocolate milk every single day, pretty much. So we're gonna put the top on here, and sometimes I get a little too full and I can't get the threads to line up, but we're gonna give it a shot. Oops, they're not lined up. I need a towel because my hands are wet and I can't get it to undo. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay. So I will warn you, you're probably going to want to cover your ears. I've got myself a Ninja. I always thought Ninjas were quiet. This sucker is not. It works great. I love the whole machine. I love the big thing that it comes with the extra blade, and I love these. The sucker is loud, like really, really loud. So cover your ears for a second. Here we go. Get a little break right there, but I like to get it where everything is all combined and I don't have any of the powders still at the top here, so I'm going to give it another go. Sounds like it's dying, doesn't it? One more time, here we go. All right, so anyway, there's my smoothie. Okay, it's nice and cold, I can feel that. I'm gonna just tilt the camera just a scotch here. There we go. All right, so I use this blender every day. I bought it in 2014, so it's what, 2000, it's almost 3 years old. Use it almost every day, maybe not so much on the weekends, but Monday through Friday, use it a lot. My son has me make smoothies for him. My husband, I make smoothies for him before he goes to work. So this sucker gets used a lot. I think it might be on its last legs. Would I recommend the Ninja? I would. I like it. I'm just rinsing this off here. But it's loud, which that just cracks me up that it's a Ninja, but it's so loud. Anyway, that's what it looks like. It's really, really yummy. And the other thing I do if you happen to have the Ninja is it has inside threads, but somehow the outside always gets some of the smoothie on the outside. So just take a napkin or something and do the edges, especially if whoever's in your house is gonna, you know, drink it. You don't want it spilling all over the front of your shirt if you're heading to work, okay? So get that outside for you. And I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, let me know, make some comments, subscribe to my channel. There's gonna be some more smoothies recipes coming up. They're a great way to go in the morning. There will be some with veggies in them. Avocados are a really great way to go too, and I'll show some of those. And I think that's pretty much it. So enjoy, bye.